What's up guys, Shouri here, and today I want to talk to you about the VSS and the new skin that came out in the Battle Pass, which is just insane. It is one of the weirder versions of the VSS, which is close range, which I was actually planning to make a video about without this skin, so that will be later in the video in case you don't want to buy the Battle Pass or you don't get the skin. It is still very good, even without the skin, but the skin gives you this insane scope, so it's pretty nice. But like I said, I will be having the last half of this video about it without the skin, in case you don't want it. But basically, this thing is really good up close. It's kind of okay in that medium to long range, but like up close is really where it's at, because you don't use the scope. Even without the skin, which this skin does give you a scope, which makes it a little bit better in that medium to longer range, but it is actually crazy how good the VSS is without any skins, and the fact that you can hit for like 45 and 42 in the body, and then I think it's like 59 in the head, is just a crazy amount of damage up close. It's really hard to outdo that damage, especially if you're fighting at something like SMG. You can kill them even faster than they can kill you up close. It's actually a little wild how much damage it is, and the reason that I actually found out that this was a really good combo was just picking up the VSS without any scope on it normally on the map, and then how good I would just find the feel of the gun. Just the ability to like hit people with it, like just normal with no scope. It was really appealing to me. I don't know why, but I just really liked the way that it worked. So I went ahead and tried to build one with some better like attachments, because normally it has none when you do that. And I found that this build, it just gives you movement speed, it gives you really good up close damage, and it's actually still pretty good in that medium to long range because of the build that you have. It gives you some damage drop off, so it does actually shoot pretty decent at longer range with some good damage. I mean, you still hit 34 in the body, and then if you get anywhere in the close range, you are automatically guaranteed that 42, which is just a lot of damage when you're talking every single shot on a gun that doesn't shoot slow. Like, that's a crazy amount. And one thing I do want to say is, when you get really up close like this and people are moving crazy, it can get a little wild. So I always like to also pair it with the P90. I've also paired it with some other things too, like a SCAR for like more medium to long range, and then I've also paired it with the MP5. Really, whatever gun you like up close works, but I really do think that up close you really want to use like an SMG, just because it's a lot more consistent. In this gun, you do need to scope in, and just scoping in when people are moving quick up close doesn't tend to work out too well. So I do just want to put that out there, that your backup weapon really should be like an SMG. And up close, you can really just shoot them with the VSS, but if they're using any type of movement, that's when you really need that SMG. So like I said, definitely good to have one. And then we go ahead, go out and try to kill this guy here, but we got shot from the side, so we're gonna go just make sure we top up our armor and then go back out. And dude, look at that. Like I said, this is very good up close, but you can still do stuff at range, especially with this skin, because it's just like really fun to have this scope on there and not be penalized for it, because you get all the credit as far as your ADS speed and all the things that come with not having a scope on the gun. And so it is quite the pay to win weapon, but also it is in the battle pass, so it's not really that bad. I really end up loving that this game is pretty good to free-to-play players, especially lately. It's been really nice. I mean, you have the IPN, and then you have this, that both have this scope, which I love this scope. It's really nice. Good up close, and then right there, we're able to take that guy down at range, and we know there's a guy behind us, so we're going to immediately just turn around with our SMG, get ready to kill him, because we knew we had to kill him on the move because of the fact the zone's coming in. And we have another guy behind us, and great news, he has to go one way, just like us, but unlike him, we got the quick killing P90, because this gun's so broken. Hey, it's even better than the VSS, but luckily for us, we have both. And right here, we do actually see the guy guy in here with us, so we're just ready to go ahead, take him out, and then we're ready for the guy that would have shot us in the back before, and he decides not to come for us. So easy peasy. We can just wait, go ahead, take a breath, get our armor back, and then we're good to go. We hit our UAV, so we know where both people are, and now that they're fighting each other, easiest kill of my life, and thank God we got it when we did, because we just had the 10% warning, because I am terrible at charging my device. I swear to God, I've died so many times to that and lost so many good clips. But luckily for me, we use the UAV. We know where the guy is, so we go on the high ground knowing that he has to come past it, and he is absolutely screwed here. But like I said, if you have movement, people, you have to just say, screw it, let's go ahead, switch over to the SMG, and then with this SMG in particular, you just automatically kill them, because it's great. And luckily for us, we win with 25 kills. And it's so good even without the skin. I was planning to make this video before that skin came out. So while it is really nice to have the extra aimer, if you don't want to buy the battle pass, you don't need that skin. I had already made this part of the video before that skin even came out. So you definitely don't have to have it for this combo. It's just something that was really nice. I mean, in 2 games, I had already had a 25 bomb. So even though I only got that skin an hour ago, it's already just an insanely good skin to have. But like I said, you don't need it. It is perfectly good just using the VSS like normal. Like I said, when I decided to make this video, the reason I did that was because of picking up the VSS with no scope on it, just out of the gate. And so it's just not necessary to add the skin if you don't want to spend the money. And then we're going to go ahead, use our P90 backup weapon. Like I said, you definitely want a backup weapon that is good in the short range, but the amount of damage this thing puts out is just so crazy. And you can even kill people using movement. You do run out of ammo a little fast with it, though, if they are moving around like crazy amounts. So I do definitely recommend, whenever you see someone trying to be an idiot on movement, just go ahead and hit that P90 or an MP5 or an INP, just whatever you like. It's all good as long as there's something short range. But that right there is exactly why I made this video. That is so much damage. The guy died in 3 shots. That's crazy. And it is just something that's very common with this, is the fact that these people die so fast. There's just nothing they can do. And then if it takes a few too many bullets, then we'll just go ahead and switch to our backup weapon. No big deal. And I actually ran out of all ammo there, which is a little rough. But we were able to turn around, and then we go ahead, go into this building, and we did a little trap. I love these type of buildings. You just sit back there and you're above both entrances, so they're screwed if they try to come under you. And then if they come through the big door to go ahead and get their gun, they're just gonna die to the buy station. So a lot of the people going to a buy station also don't have a good gun, so you have like an advantage in most of the fights. So it's just really bad for everyone when you are in this position. And then right here we see a guy kind of far away, and then we just go ahead, hit him with that VSS. And I swear to God, this combo just hits so hard, and I absolutely love the feel of the gun. The pace of it, the bullets, everything about it is just so nice. And then the amount of damage, like, to hit 42 on body shots is just crazy. And then when it gets a little bit more medium range, you got 34, but still, like, that is a lot of damage that's all coming out all at once, and like, there's just not much you can do. Like, you can't really even get away from it. When you're hitting 42 especially, like, if you hit 4 bullets, even with some armor, like, they're absolutely dead. Like, that guy right there, healing through with Emma, cannot even stay alive for a second. It's one of those guns that, like, is very underrated, and no one actually ever uses this combo, because the people who do use the VSS will use, like, the burning bullets, and then they'll have, like, a really long scope on it. So this isn't very typical of what you would see when you have a VSS build, but it's so good. Like, even there, you hear getting killed, one of the top 10 players in the game. Love you, buddy. Sorry. And we are going to go ahead and go up into the top of this building and hit these guys. And then when you have the medium range, this is like an insane gun in Final Circles, by the way. Because in that medium range, that is the long range of these circles. And this gun absolutely destroys people. And then you have a backup weapon that's small range, and so no matter what, you are in an advantage with this gun, and then a good backup weapon that's short range. On any final circle. And I swear to you, there is no final circle that I've used this combo in that I haven't been extremely happy that I'm using it, especially with that backup weapon. Right here, we are using a Scar, and then we go ahead and get the guy right behind us. Oh my god, that was actually really lucky that worked out. And on Deserted Valley, it is a lot more long-range fights. So until you get to the final circle, you may want to use a longer range gun. And I was using the Scar this game, and you can really just use anything you want, but it is nice to have a long range gun sometimes because of just the simple fact that on this map, like, there's a lot of open space, especially on this side, where you just are at a lot more of an advantage when you have that long range gun. Right here, we are trying to move in, and we have the zone behind us. Luckily for us, we did take out 2, and then this guy right here is hiding, so he can go ahead and self-res, and we know he's still there because we never got the confirmation for the kill, so we just waited, and after he reses, we go ahead, just take him out there, and then move back forward, and then we get a double kill on the other side of the zone, so it's an easy one to where we just keep moving forward inch by inch, and then we are good to go. And then everyone will die because the zone will just go ahead and take them out before they can res or have a teammate res them, and it is always good in these last couple circles to get out a P90 or any other gun really that works as an SMG. That way you can run and gun, especially when the zone's closing in that final little bit. And of course, you're going to have small circles, so up close is always going to be better, especially in things like team games, because you're going to have to take out 4 guys, not just 1. So it's a little bit easier when you have something like this where you can just run through. Luckily for us, the zone helped us kill that guy. We'll just let it finish him off, and then both our teammates are dead and can't be res because they died so much, but then eventually they are able to get back up, which we do get them. And right here, we're just fighting with Peppermint to go ahead and get these guys in the long range, and this gun's not super perfect in that long of a distance. You definitely are better in the medium to short range, but then we're just going to run in. That way we are where we want to be as far as our gun's effective range. And then we just saw some footsteps, so I went ahead and shot. Sadly, shot my teammate, so that's rough. But luckily, it doesn't hurt him, so it's okay. But then we are going to go ahead and get the guy that we saw originally, and we had downed him, so we're just going to go ahead and make sure we get the finish on that kill. And now we only have 3 teams left and a few people, in easy peasy. We go ahead, kill that guy there. We put in shots on the last guy, get him really low, chase him down, and get the last kill. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and have a great day.